Apple is quietly working on a brand new iPad Pro right now. On paper, it might end up being the fastest tablet ever created. But when you finally see it in person, you might notice almost no difference at all. That is the odd situation surrounding the upcoming 2027 iPad Pro. It could easily be a performance monster inside. Yet on the outside, it will look almost identical to the model sitting on store shelves today. This leaves us with a very important question. Is this upcoming tablet a massive step forward, or is it just another small internal update with clever marketing attached? According to recent industry reports, Apple plans to launch new 11-inch and 13-inch iPad Pro models in spring 2027. This timing is standard practice for Apple. They love sticking to a strict schedule. Every few years, they refine the outer body slightly, and then they focus strictly on speed boosts for a couple of cycles. This upcoming release follows that exact pattern. You should not expect a folding display. You should not expect a crazy design change. The body will remain thin, light, and sleek. The screen will stay beautiful and bright. On the surface, nothing changes. But under the hood, something huge is happening. The biggest story right now involves the main processor. Apple is trying to choose between two different chips for this release, the M6 or the M7. Usually, a new M-series chip lands on Mac computers first before moving to tablets. However, timing shifts might change everything this time around. The M7 chip is expected to be ready right around early 2027. Because of this, Apple might skip the M6 entirely for the iPad Pro. They might jump straight to the M7. Think about how strong that sounds for marketing. A brand new tablet running on an M7 chip sounds ultra-fast. It sounds futuristic. It gives buyers an immediate reason to want it, even if they do not know what the chip actually does inside. Both the M6 and M7 are expected to use a brand new 2-nanometer process. In simple terms, smaller nanometer tech allows engineers to pack far more power into tiny spaces. It uses less power to execute heavy tasks. That means better overall efficiency, improved heat control, and longer battery life. On paper, this sounds like a dream. You get a thinner processor, way more speed, cooler operating temperatures, and battery life that lasts all day. But we need to look at the practical reality for a moment. How many people are actually pushing current iPad Pro chips to their limits today? Current models are already shockingly fast. They slice through video editing, photo editing, digital drawing, and heavy multitasking without slowing down at all. Year after year, benchmarks go up and power doubles. Yet for the average person, the daily experience barely changes. That brings us directly to the real issue holding the iPad back. The limitation is not the hardware inside the tablet. The issue is iPadOS. The physical components keep running ahead at top speed, while the operating system moves slowly behind it. Apple can add extra graphic cores, better artificial intelligence engines, and faster central processors every single year. But until the software becomes more open and capable, most owners will keep using their tablets for the exact same basic things. They will browse the web, watch movies, take handwritten notes, and handle simple light work. There is nothing wrong with using a tablet for those daily tasks. Tablets are fantastic for simple entertainment and light work. However, almost nobody needs a full desktop-class chip just to browse websites and write notes. That is why this incredible raw power often feels slightly wasted on a mobile operating system. There is one specific area where an M7 chip could actually change things for the better, and that is artificial intelligence. Reports suggest that the M7 processor will bring a massive boost to local AI performance compared to earlier chips. This direction aligns perfectly with where Apple wants to go in the near future. AI is quickly becoming the centerpiece of modern smart devices. We are talking about a far smarter Siri, instant on-device text summaries, local image generation, dynamic audio editing, and live language translation. Apple wants as many of these features running directly on the tablet as possible. Running AI locally protects your personal privacy, cuts down on expensive cloud server costs, and keeps you tied into the broader ecosystem. From a business perspective, this strategy makes complete sense. However, we need to look at this from a normal buyer's point of view. Will someone walk into an Apple store asking if the new tablet processes AI 20% faster? Almost certainly not. Most everyday users care about things they can see and feel instantly. They care about screen brightness, battery life, camera quality, available storage, and the price tag on the box. High AI numbers sound impressive during a shiny keynote presentation. But in daily life, those numbers remain totally invisible unless Apple translates them into simple tools people actually use every single day. Fortunately, there is another hardware rumor that feels far more practical and exciting. Apple is reportedly testing a specialized vapor chamber cooling system for the next iPad Pro. This single edition could turn out to be a massive upgrade for heavy users. A vapor chamber spreads internal heat across the body much more efficiently than traditional metal heat spreaders. That means the internal chip can maintain peak performance for much longer periods without throttling down to prevent overheating. If you export huge 4K video files, render complex 3D models, or play heavy graphic-intensive games, this thermal control matters a lot. Sustained performance over time is always more important than short bursts of raw speed. For light tasks, you might not notice a change. But for working creative professionals, better thermal dissipation allows the iPad Pro to function much closer to a true workstation laptop. Improved stability and lower heat are far more valuable than a minor performance percentage bump on a slide.